But overall, like it felt like the Bears actually got something out of this OTA minicamp period, and they got something that they're building towards something, and this could be a really big season for the Chicago Bears. It really is starting to feel like that. The intensity of Dennis Allen, and when you hear these defensive players and Montez Sweat and Jalen Johnson, these veterans, Kevin Byard, talk about how complex and how many different looks that this Bears team is going to throw at you, and we're not going to see that in pre. Let me go ahead and tell you guys right now, right? Because I know some of my more knee-jerky Bears fans, again, I always understand it because of where the Bears have been or lack thereof over years. But for my more knee-jerky Bears fans, when you see and hear things, excitement around the team, and you immediately want to see that, right? You're not going to see a lot of the complexity in preseason. They're not going to show their hands a lot with the defense and the complexity in preseason. They're not going to give that tape out. The starters are already not going to play a lot on top of that. So just practice some patience. For anyone who sees, if you see any rough around the edges parts of the defense, or the defense looks a little more stagnant, because like I said, I know my knee-jerky fans, they're going to be like, well, I thought this defense was supposed to be complex. This seemed very simple. That's because they're not going to show their complete hand in preseason. They're just not going to. But when veterans who have been around this league, played for multiple coaches, end up telling you or say, hey, this is complex. We got a lot that we're learning out here because there are a lot of different ways that we're going to be trying to attack out there. Believe it. Now they're going to have to show it, and that's what I'm saying. Don't react too much in what you see in preseason because, again, we have an actual coaching staff. You know what? The Bears' defense looked about the same in preseason as it did in regular season. You know why? Because there's no complexity. The Bears just called the defense like they were going to call the defense. There wasn't any complexity during the season. That's not what you're going to get out of Dennis Allen. You're going to get a lot of different looks, a lot of different lineup and formation changes and flipping sides and things like that. You're going to get cornerbacks lined up as linebackers and different things like that. So just hold on and dig in because I guarantee you this defense is going to be very, very interesting to watch in the multitude of looks that they throw out there. And same with the offense. And like I said, with the offense, we haven't even gotten to see two of our first picks, Luther Burden or Colston Loveland out there. And we're already hearing that the offense is stepping up and going on 94-yard drives and excelling in the 2-minute drills. Now imagine what that looks like when you put out a slot like Luther Burden out there and another tight end option in the 12 personnel like Colston Loveland. There's a lot that you can look at and get from there. So I know that there's some concerns about the running back room and things like that, but if the Bears do make an acquisition after training camp, that's going to tell us everything we need to know about how confident they are in this running back room. But